Like I say, I tried to duplicate the picture. I didn't even say that. And I had to go like this to get down where it could get my ear on the side of my head. It got the wrong side. I don't know where exactly it takes the picture at.
Yeah.
And it got this side of my head instead of this side like it did on that creek or whatever it was. One thing about it's a living, breathing creature, whatever it is.
Yeah, yes, sir.
There's no doubt about that. And nobody's going to tell me any different. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Yeah.
I come up here the next day to see if I could see any tracks. And it had rained, and you could see where the water had ran.
Oh, yeah.
But now I can see deer tracks on top of the ground,
yeah.
Which I couldn't do that day.
Yeah, there's several of them like that.
There's a lot of deer tracks out here. They've been eating my corn because I've been getting pictures of them.
When you want to get the bat,
well, I mean,
I got that.
if we,
No, it felt like something was
I was going to wait till we got on kind of down in there a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, me personally.
We can go down in the woods down there now.
Okay. Which we're, you know, okay.
It'd be easier to get in down there. But when they logged out, there's 3 family members on these woods. And the one that owns this side in the path is the one that passed away. He owned these woods here. His sister owned these woods. So she didn't sell her share, she kept hers. And didn't cut the lumber off of it. So that's why it's kind of cut up in this one little section. They didn't log the whole farm out. They just got up the wall there, the one that owned this farm and the one back across the road.
You carry anything for you, Taylor?
No, I guess it is. I probably, we might get closer in there. We'll turn on some night vision, but.
And you can see where the trees, they logged out the right south here back down this way.
Oh, yeah.
That corner, back past the deer stand, back down there to where you know where you come across that other field, that high grass? I was showing Toby where I had cut the grass on the side where I parked my truck on the other side of that road.
Right.
Where the deer stand. So they see your truck, they'll run off. And I always park on the other side, so I had to walk all the way back down there. I left her down here by herself. But this is all woods then. They didn't have a crop that the deer would eat out right here. And my stand was like 200 yards there in the field. And that's when the wife came with me and I shot a deer and it fell out here in the soybean field somewhere. The soybeans then. Probably, I'm going to guess, it was in this area right in here. And it was getting dark, so we had to come down. I think we cut across the beans then come down like this. Anyway, I come down here and I found the deer, and I told my wife to stay here. I'm going to go get the truck, which was a third of a mile, quarter of a mile back up that way, and come down the path and drive around the field and load him up. And you can actually see in my trail camera, you can see the deer standing here eating. Next picture you see he's laying on his side on the ground. Next picture you see is my truck lights where I backed up to load him up. But she swore that something back in here knocked on a tree 3 or 4 times while I was going to get the truck. I did not hear it because I was a long ways away from here. And she said it was right in the woods here good. I never heard it, but it scared her pretty bad. She thought it was me. She said, I'd have killed you if you'd come out of them woods trying to scare me because I was scared to death. I said, it won't me, because you saw me. I come around the field on the truck. And it was dark. It was pitch dark then. I had the lights on. I still got the picture somewhere where I backed up, probably on my laptop, where I backed up here and loaded the deer up.
Now, is there a way, like, through the woods to get back here to where she's talking about?
Well, it was right over in the woods here.
Okay.
The way she told it was close, but I don't know. It could have been in them woods back there. But you'd have to cut a trail through there with something to get in there. It's grown up. And I don't mind pushing through there, but
I mean, just to go around back, is there a way to get in there?
I don't think we can get in there right now.
Okay.
Because it's so thick where they logged out.
Yeah.
If we could get over there, we could. Over here is where that tree fell last year when I was bow hunting down. I was bow hunting down that woods, and I come up around this corner to go change my batteries. In my trail cam because they showed I needed to change them. And I got out of the woods and I was in that, about right there in that curve, and I heard a tree falling and I couldn't see it because it was dark. And it was as big as those trees in there. I didn't see it, but I heard it. I mean, you could tell it wasn't no small tree. It wasn't a bit of wind. It was not a bit of wind. And And I went up that way and changed my batteries without, I had my 45 with me, but I didn't know what done that, but I don't even know if it knew I was here, but something knew I was here. And it was already logged out then. It was logged out then, but when we had the wood knocks, it wasn't logged out then. And my wife was doing that.
Well, it's
real easy walking in those woods. And the rest of this is like that before they logged it out, but it grew up. I'm not sure exactly where it was at. And it went out to about up in there.
Something come out of there, Tobe?
That place back up there was broke off chest high, but
But so what I'm asking is, it looks like something came out.
it's just open right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I stepped.
That's where you step. He stepped on them, set them up when you walk through behind him. But that spot right there, it's this high, all the way over.
Hang on. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's laying right there.
Oh, okay.
That's what you call being detectivized is doing.
I seen David the other night complaining about the spider webs on one of y'all's videos.
Dang right, boy.
They got them here too. This is spider webs with I hate y'all can see them things. God, I hate them.
Okay.
Something got in my sleeve the other day and bit me on the back of my arm. It swelled all up and it
Spider.
didn't sting. That's the only thing I could think it was a spider, and it's still
Got a little, like
red
a little
spot
dead
around
spot,
it. Yeah, got up on my sleeve. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt. It's something I never seen. This little, not like a bee sting. This little light. This is where I park my truck if I bow hunt. I park over here. Because I can't hunt out of that box thing.
Right.
Okay, guys, we'll go down to the bottom. If I was going to do wood knots, I'd do them over here. This is where my wife cut the corn that I put down there on around my bow stand. This is a lot better walking.
Oh yeah, it looks like this.
I'll show you some of those bend trees when we get down here at the bottom.
Here's some trees lined up.
Some of these broke off during storms. I know I cut these off with a chainsaw. That has been that way for a long time. It's been a couple of years since I've been using a chainsaw up here. But it was across my path. And I drive down here to load deer up sometimes.
In your truck?
I have. Not the new one. Not the new one. The old one I did. You have to clean it up every year. It gets like this.
Mm-hmm.
Storms, limbs fall and they get in your stuff. We had a knock there up here we were feeding 3 years ago. I think I was telling you about it. I was telling Toby about those. Big bear. He was right here. We kept him full of poop, brother. We hung around till the guy started running dogs over there, and that was the end of him. I was hoping he'd hang around till the bear season got in, but he didn't. Never saw him in the daytime, though. Right down here without bringing a saw now and cut some of this stuff out of the way. That looks like it's rotting.
Mm-hmm.
This is my path I used to use to go to the bottom down here in the swamp. And the funny thing is, they won't log trees out the deer stands are nailed up on. They leave them standing. I can see every one of my deer stands before that stuff grew up by looking out over that field. So they left the trees that they're in. They don't want them nails to get into their saws.
Right.
And they tear them from logging. They say they what do you call it? They penalize them if they find there's a damn scrape already.
Oh, wow.
That's what it looks like. There's usually one on top of this hill somewhere. Every
We
year
can see
there's
we've been
one.
rubbing the tree.
Something's going on. Look at that. I've been rubbing on that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's usually a scrape right in here. It's a little early, but not surprising because there's always a scrape on this hill right here. This is what we put peanut butter in for the bear. We got pictures of them all around here. From this, my son cut the back of this LP tank. I wouldn't cut it. I was scared to. He cut it open and we filled up with peanut butter. And there's one of my stands that I use. I haven't used that one much. But I could use it for a bow stand. But one of the good bow stands down over here, we'll walk over there. Let's see what that looks like over there. Truck fell in here. This is a path I used to scare my son. I'd get up, he'd be down here bow hunting. I'd be up there hunting on the edge of the field. I'd see him coming up this path with that flashlight. I'd jump out and holler and make some crazy sound. Run. Okay, that's going to go down to the bottom. We're going to go this way first. I don't know if you'll see any signs or anything. Corn cob. Something drove one of my corn cobs around.
One thing about it, if it's a damn tall spider web, I'll find it.
Did you hit one?
You dang right.
I thought I got it.
Heck no, boy. I'll find them.
It's been milling all in here. Look at they're everywhere. They don't like that before. That was one of my corn.
There's a big old deer print right there.
Is it?
Yeah, there's one back here. Big one.
Now, this is the stand I bow hunt out of normally. Like I said, if my sister hadn't been in the 60s, then I've probably done been down here. Oh man, they eat all the corn up this long. Man, look at the whole wheelbarrow load down here. There's the stand.
I'm surprised you don't have a side by side.
I got one.
I figured you did.
I got a side and a four-wheeler. Hell, half the corn's gone. Something carried it off. Probably coons. Because they love corn in the woods. Man, they have eaten every bit of that corn. That corn was all over here. It was a whole wheelbarrow load. I got another wheelbarrow load in my barn. I should have been up here last week before they ate all my corn. Now they ain't got no reason to come here. You get over there, that's the other man's property. We're kind of on his property right here. I'm on the edge of it with that stand. But we'll see if we can get to the bottom anyway.
I'm coming. Yeah, there's lots of anomalies.
The little structure.
Yeah.
What do you think about those? But that's
That's a little too small for me to think something would have done that on purpose, but I might be wrong. You know.
just the piece in the middle of it is dead.
The ones that get me are the big ones, like you see on some of them other
But
store
see,
shows.
so the little ones like that we think mean like.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But what's this thought about
I wouldn't even look at that twice, but I got some stuff I can show you on the other going down that path. That little bit heavier than that.
Yeah. These are the small.
It's intriguing, but it is definitely engineered.
This is where I've seen some few bends. I don't know if there's
How you see bends like that?
That's kind of strange. Look at that.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
It looks like it tried
tree's
to
just a green
bend
big
one
big.
and it broke.
Yeah, it's almost like it was a bend and then snapped like
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That's high, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't been long. You had any
No.
storms lately?
Huh?
Have you had any storms?
No.
Yeah, that's.
It ain't rained here in a week.
Yeah.
Usually the water would stand here. And I put these cinder blocks here.
Big ache. I mean, they're falls.
Yeah. But
Yeah, bend.
I put these cinder blocks here 15 years ago because I come down here with the water standing here. And I used it as a bridge.
Oh yeah,
To get it in.
that was smart.
A couple of years I had big deer hunting down here again. I had to cut this path, but I was telling David, there's one of the deer stands right there.
Yep.
They leave them on the trees because I put spikes in the trees. I got another one down there. There's a swamp. That whole bottom where you see them trees is swamp. And when the water's here. But I don't think there's any water in it right now. I've seen it dry up. And this path went this way to that turn and went around that way a little bit to that stand, and then it went all the way down the bottom to where that creek is, and then it had two lanes going back that way to those woods. Where I got some stands. What I was saying is, it's not, as far as finding signs, I don't know what you find. I haven't seen much. I haven't really looked, other than what my picture camera done. That's where the swamp is, down around that bottom. But boy, she has grown. Last year you could walk through here, but this year it's growed up this summer, big time. And then it went back that way. That corner back that way belongs to somebody else. That's why they didn't log it out. But this is this used to be part of my farm that I hunted, and it'll be good again. But the trees have got to block all the shade out where all this undergrowth will die.
Right.
And then it might be 5-10 years before it'll be worth stuff again.
Yeah, easy.
Bear alert, stuff like that. You see where they marked off the trees and not cut, I guess. Whether it was Bigfoot related or just, but I thought I saw something that was bent over, and I'm trying to see if I can see it. Probably from where it was. Yeah, right. There's something that already bent over. I've seen them in here. See, there's nothing fell on those two.
David.
Yes, sir.
Come over here and see if you notice what we pointed out right here.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Right through here.
Right through here?
Yeah.
First off, there's one heck of a ditch I'm stepping in.
Yep, this is water.
Yeah.
Something heavy through here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just stepped in like a trench. There's a couple of interesting things. I mean, you know, explanation-wise, I don't know, but very interesting.
That's what I was telling you guys. I just, I don't know you're going to see much, because I would have seen it. I kind of look for it, but I don't. And there's a lot of stuff bent back there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that's not natural, and that was that way. That was that way before the storm. I walked in here a month ago and saw a bunch of this stuff bent over like that before we had that storm. And that tornado didn't come up this time. It was 20 miles south, 15 miles south of here.
Yeah, that's a pretty
growing that way with the limbs bent back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then this
Got some cool filters and stuff.
But these are the ones that get me. There's a lot of them like that. They've been that way a long time.
Yeah, because they're growing straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
a
been
lot of
there a
them like
minute.
that
So
down in here. I've seen those before. I never paid them no mind. But trees don't grow like that. Something had to force it down at one time or another.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking those in the trees too.
And there's nothing holding that one down there, is it? It's twisted up under these, but even a storm wouldn't blow it down where it would stay down like this.
yes, I mean it's
not going to stay down. It's going to go back up.
It's ones like that we really start paying attention to.
Yeah.
So I mean, but
Yep. Let's see if it's wore on this. It's wore on this bark right here a little bit where it's going like that in the wind.
It's been there. It's been there
That
a
one's
minute,
been there a while.
but well, it hadn't been too awful long. And the reason we can say that is because the limbs have not started turning and growing straight
they'll
up.
turn up when they lay over. I know that.
So you've only got what little bit of new growths on here.
Yep.
From this season. It's starting to shoot up. The rest of it's in the wrong direction. So it's
That's right. When they turn and go up, then they've been down for a while.
Right here.
I've never been into this little stuff. Ones I see up in Canada and all with all the big teepees, I know those aren't natural. Idaho, I guess, and Utah and all them Colorado places. And I guess they got them around here like that too if you find them.
we've had some pretty outstanding structures
No
up
kidding.
here. Sometimes overnight.
Really?
Yes.
But you know, the other side of that story is you get out far enough like Les Stroud does in Yukon or British Columbia, there's nobody out there.
Bingo.
You have to have heavy equipment to move some of
Bingo.
them trees that they've got piled up. 2 men ain't going to do it.
We had not 1, 2, but 3 trailheads pretty much blocked up from one weekend to the next.
No
The
kidding.
trailheads, like you were walking in the big ways, okay, so that's how wide they were.
Right.
And you can imagine trees that were the size of this right here, that were not from the area that we were in.
Not even there.
They were carried from another part of the forest.
Dang.
And they didn't just put 1 or 2, they shoved sometimes upwards of 15 and just put them in there like pickup sticks
That would be amazing.
and blocked it where you could not walk through them trails anymore.
And you could go further in the woods that way from where my bow stand was. We can go back further if you want to go further down and look. Because it's not been logged out. It's easy walking. There's something been over right there. Have you see that one already?
So where can we not go?
You're safe anywhere between them trees and where my bow stand is.
Okay.
Pretty much back this way and back that way.
In the woods behind the trail camera, are we allowed back here?
If you can get in there.
Okay.
If you can go in there, you don't mind going there through them briars and stuff. You'll see there's a ditch that runs. Well, that's the property line right there. On the other side is the other man's property. But there ain't nobody down in that bottom, I can tell you. You can walk in there if you wanted to walk in there. There ain't nobody going to bother you. Now, deer season, you don't want to do that. But this time of year, you could walk several hundred yards back that way. It wouldn't matter. But you'll see the ditch. It borders the property line.
Okay.
It's a ditch that's cut out. And it used to have water in it a lot of times, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't been over that way. Since I put that box stand up, I got kind of lazy.
You want me to carry anything, bro?
I get in there and fall asleep, fall out the seat sometimes. I'll be in there asleep.
Keep the belly guys come in handy whenever they finish.
Yeah, mine's in the trunk of the Kia.
That's the only cool thing I think.
Where did Toby go? Okay, I'm just trying. I don't have a visual on him, so.
Right there on my lip, just rub my arm. Now you go back that way, 2,400 yards from it. I thought you get to the swamp and go that way. Go back that way and cut across behind the trail camera.
See what you just walked under?
Yeah, missed it. But I couldn't hear everything you could hear.
Right, well, you know, our cameras and microphones and things only pick up so much.
That's right.
And sometimes, you know, like, we've had people that have been on hunts with us. They're like, take me back to the car now. We're done. I want to go. Take me home. I want to go. I want to leave now. We've always, wherever we hear a whippoorwill, we've always had activity for some reason.
Really?
Yes.
We don't have many here anymore. We used to have some at the house, but I've never heard one up here. I've seen woodcocks up here fly off along them roads.
Them things used to sing me to sleep at night when I was little.
Yeah, I hear them here. I hear them at the house used to, but I haven't heard none in a couple of years. But I'm the only one that hunts this farm, me and my son. I hunt 99% of this by myself because he always hunts across the road over there. But last year there wasn't no deer signs. There wasn't even tracks in the field. And this year I seen that, got the picture of the back of that head, and I'm seeing deer. All the time I'm getting pictures. So something is reversed. They say when the Sasquatches move in, the deer a lot of times move out. And that farmer, he realized something. He's been tending this farm for a long time. And he said, there ain't no deer on this farm. I said, you're right. You're telling me something I already know. I said, there's a Bigfoot probably back. He said, look, I wouldn't doubt it. Exactly the way he said it. He said, I wouldn't doubt it. I got some Gatorade up there in Pepsi-Colas. You guys want to?
I got some cold water in the car.
I'm going to want me something when I get back to the truck. I got plenty of them in the cooler. But I'm going to tell you, when you come in here by yourself after the 2 or 3 things that's happened to me, now they
you
got
have
that
a
picture.
whole nother perspective.
Yeah, I feel a little bit different going to that bow stand by myself out here.
Listen,
Yeah.
before I hunted Bigfoot for 4 or 5 years before I actually laid eyes on him. And I used to go in the woods at night, do my own hunt investigation, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't nothing for me because I didn't believe. I was a skeptic. By God, when he steps out and says hello, it's a whole different set of nerves to be able to go in there by yourself and get it done.
I heard something going by the tent that night, and that kind of shook me up early on. Them guys didn't believe me. They were passed out drunk, so they didn't know nothing. This area is big enough to support something like that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, families are scattered up here. They're not like at my house.
There's lots of wildlife species that could support a large bipedal creature like that.
Yeah. The only problem, David, I could see now would be water source. And there might be water down in there. I don't know because you can't hardly get to it without a machete. We had a machete. I started to bring one, but I didn't know if y'all was going to be in there all that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, maybe not this trip.
No, I'm the same way. There's a lot of green stuff down from this end. Everywhere. I didn't know it was in, but it is down. I got to fix my gate up here. You start trouble with people that want to go back here, 4-wheeler, they come down the path. We put a gate up. We had another post up that you could just barely squeeze through it without opening that gate, and it rotted and fell down.
Oh, yeah.
And that was all growed up. There ain't nobody really down there now. Keep this open the park, but like hunting down there, sometimes I park to it. It's just overcast today.
I know.
I'm glad it's overcast.
You ain't kidding. I am too, Dave. I got a stand in that cedar tree right there. I hunted in for years before I built that one. And I've had that one for 8 years there.
Let's
The
get
ground,
down.
once it's wet, it's hard to mark up here. Deers can mark it, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that weighs 300-400 pounds to it. And they plant that cotton. We had cotton in that field last year because I killed a deer right across from my stand. And I had to go in there and get him out. I got soaking wet because it was in the morning.
It's amazing how that is a plant.
You're right, Johnson fuel hoods out. That's crazy.
Packing it back. Packing it back in there.
That's wild. It's like popcorn.
But you know what, even when I got a couple more stands right over here. We didn't even walk over to them. Bow stands on this corner. And we can walk in there. You can walk in these woods over here. There's 2 bow stands right there. And I'd put feeders there and fill it with shelled corn and have a trough at the bottom, put a bucket over the top. And them deer would come and they'd eat it and walk off. They wouldn't sit there and eat their fill. They like a variety of stuff.
Yep.
They know what their body needs, the vitamin wise.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll go eat leaves. I'd watch them walk over and eat honeysuckle leaves and